Well, happy 10 o'clock in the morning, Christ Wesleyan Church family. Whether you were cuddled up on the couch, at your computer somewhere, or maybe even still in bed, thank you so much for watching these daily devos from some of your CWC leadership. My name is Brent Mestach, Media Director here, and it's an honor and privilege to serve my God while also serving all of you. As we approach Easter, I thought it would be fitting to do a devotional called, I Will Rise Because He Rose. The resurrection is at the heart of the Christian message. It culminates the passion narrative that it's presented in all four Gospels. It's the center of redemption. Without it, Jesus' story would have ended in defeat. We are victorious because He was victorious. We have a responsibility to now rise up because He rose. Those who know the personality of Paul, he was a blunt, bold disciple of Jesus. He goes so far in 1 Corinthians 15, 12-19, to say that apart from the resurrection, our faith and message are in vain. Paul is my kind of guy. Tells it like it is. He goes on to say in 2 Corinthians 5, 14-15, saying, For Christ's love compels us, since we have reached this conclusion, if one died for all, then all have died. And He died for all so that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for the one who died for them and was raised. In the first part of that verse, Paul says that Christ's love, a sacrificial love, that was made perfect on the cross and then was solidified when He conquered death and rose again. He says that love should compel us. The dictionary defines the word compels as to force or oblige someone to do something. It's an action. To me, it's saying, rise up and let the people know the good news, to introduce people to this Jesus who died for us and now can live in our hearts. I want to stay with the first part of that verse for today, as there is a lot to unpack. I included verse 15 because Paul mentions the reason why we are to act is because Christ arose. We are seeing the church rise up during these times. Churches are coming together to provide masks, medical equipment, food, money, and even time for counseling and even spiritual guidance. People now more than ever are searching for hope. They're going online to search for some positivity. They're seeking spiritual healing. Jesus ends His time here on earth by saying, go and make disciples. That may be harder during these times as we are to stay at home. And I think it's important to respect those orders, but how are we to go when we're told to stay? Well, I think going can have many different kinds of methods. Yes, there's physically going somewhere, and we have already seen people going into the community with their giving of resources. But we can also spread the good news by going online. It's amazing to me that I can be witnessing to someone in China from Milton, Pennsylvania. Imagine if Jesus had access to the technology we have. The only way He could go really was on foot, donkey, or even boat. But now we can go in so many ways. So much easier, so much faster. In fact, the rise of churches online has quadrupled since before this pandemic. At CWC, we stream our services using the church online platform. Now, they are seeing churches have more services and more attendees than ever before. Talk about the church rising up. In fact, as of this week, they reported that 33,964 people clicked to say they'd accept Jesus since the first Sunday of this pandemic. These are record numbers for online church. While nothing can replace physically gathering here together, we know that, nothing can replace the importance of spreading the gospel for those to receive Christ. My encouragement and challenge for you this morning is to keep doing that. Whether it's connecting with the local church to see how you can help, or going online to be a witness to the ends of the earth by telling your story of redemption. The story of how you came to Christ and are better for it. That you are a witness to the power of the miracle of the resurrection from over 2,000 years ago. Now is the time to rise up, church. The fruit is ripe for the picking. People need you now more than ever. Now I want to end our time a little differently than what you guys be used to. are used to if you've been tuning in. Being someone who loves music, I want to sing a song a cappella that we've done so many times in our services that would be fitting as it relates to this devotional. It's called I Will Rise by Chris Tomlin. I want us to sing together just as we would if gathered together physically in this church building, whether it's in your head or out loud for the world to hear. Lift your voices and sing, Jesus has overcome, and the grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. He is risen from the dead, and I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings before my God. Fall on my knees and rise. I will rise. God, that is our prayer, that you would instill within us this Easter season to be your light, God, to rise up and to tell of your good news, your miraculous good news that's filled with love and hope. God, go with us during this time. Be with us as we witness to our neighbors, as we share the good news with those online, maybe some unsaved family members. God, give us the boldness of Paul to just go so that we can reach more people for you, more people for your kingdom. We love you and thank you so much for what you've done for us and for living and coming to die and to rising again so that we may proclaim that good news from the outpouring of our hearts and what Jesus has done. In your name I pray, amen. Have a great week, guys.